How you do? I'm actually really happy to make this video. I guess to say that I kind of get happy every time I make any video now because I feel like I get so busy in my personal life and with my career. Sometimes it's hard to like sit down, and also my hobbies, which include making these videos and reading and doing all sorts of stuff. It kind of sweeps me away from this thing, but I know that it's so important to kind of get what I have to say out there because I know it ends up helping people. So women helps women. So I kind of wanted to toss this out there. I know I've been talking a lot about ways that women can, help ease, their periods. I've been talking mostly about menstruation and stuff like that, but the more I do research and the more I read, I began to make connections with different things. And it comes down to a few things. It's not just, women having issues with periods, right? Like, it starts with that. Like, some women, struggle, with their weight and struggle keeping their weight down. They've tried, for years and years and years. And but why is that? Why do some women struggle with their weight like that? What's that situation cause? And what's going on with women's hormones is causing all these irregular periods and our cycles to be thrown off so drastically. And what are some changes that are going on now in our environments that are causing some of these shifts? So I do a lot of, reading to kind of find, and what I have found is just by doing more research, you find, I focus on a period, or you might focus on some issues with your weight, and you start finding like these rabbit holes and these connections to different things. And sometimes it's like, you're having this issue and people don't realize sometimes, some of the most serious issues have some of the most simplest, solutions or, cures and causes that can be addressed, without drastic measures, without having like drastic surgery, having my whole uterus taken out, or having to take some drug for the rest of your life. And don't get me wrong, sometimes sometimes women have to, there's no way around it. Sometimes you have a diagnosis and you have to treat it, and the best way to treat it is with traditional with modern medicine. So that would mean going through that whole process. So but just with what I like to do is focus on women's wellness. Is something I enjoy doing. And so over the past, year or so, or beyond a year, just on issues that I've had, first starting with my period and then going to see a doctor and finding out, because of issues with my weight, it's kind of throwing my hormones off, particularly insulin. They told me I was like in a pre-diabetic state. I needed to, do something to address that, and that my weight was, I had gained weight and I couldn't figure out why. I was gaining a bunch of weight. I couldn't figure out why I was gaining weight because I was doing everything I did when I was a teenager. Like from the ages to 18, I was fine. And I started college from 18 to ages 27. I just started struggling with my weight. And so I go see a doctor, and one of the reasons we discover, you're pre-diabetic, which basically means that the way my body's using insulin is just completely out of whack and it's causing me to gain a lot of weight quickly. So I had to address that. So it kind of took me on this journey, with the weight loss. I've recently lost 30 pounds. And actually right after I found that out, I did this really drastic diet. I've tried so many different diets, by the way. I finally found one that I think is the best for people who have consistently struggled with their weight and who are showing signs of having insulin resistance. And let me tell you this, you do not have to be overweight to have issues with insulin, okay? Everyone who eats, you eat regular American diet, which is high in carbohydrates, people are going to have spikes in insulin constantly. That's going to weigh you down, and you're going to end up, like, over time, whether or not you're looking into that stuff, it can all, cause some issues with most people. So that's something to look into because, like, guess what? If you're having acne, if you're having issues with your periods, if you're having inflammation, that's definitely something to look into because I'm figuring out there's certain hormones that really, the thread goes through a lot of these conditions and people are not catching it, and that's one of them, insulin. So just to say that I've compiled a lot of this stuff, down into what I hope would be like an awesome woman's wellness book to like, and it's really streamlined because what I'm finding is a lot of times I'll have to read maybe several different articles and several different books, a diet book, and then this and that, just to get one answer for one issue. And I'm just like, wow, it would be so great if I could just read one thing that kind of can address it, and like, look, this is for that. This is what it does. If you have any questions, you can research it. You can find out more information about it. Because that's what I'm the kind of person, like, give me a tool that I can use today. Like, I'm having this issue. Give me something that I can grab. You know, with the iron pills, it's just so simple. Like, look, iron, if you're showing signs of iron deficiency, you're heavy bleeding, take iron pills. It will help you with your periods. Well, in most cases. Now with everyone, like we've learned just by reading comments and everyone sharing their stories, doesn't work for everyone. But if you're having iron deficiency, if you have anemia, it does work for you. It worked for me. It works for women who have that issue. So just if you're having these issues, these certain issues, you can take this or you can try this, and this is what it will do for your body. Like, this has been shown. You can do more research on it if you're not sure. But I just wanted to compile it as a guide and just make it available for women. And like, if you're interested in that, please let me know. Because so far, I'm just doing it for myself. These are things that I've been doing, and it has been shown to work for me. You know, I've been able to reverse all the issues I've had, you know, with insulin. They say pre-diabetes, whatever. I revert all of that's done and taken care of. I'm able to lose 30 pounds. And I'm still losing weight. I feel like in 6 months, I'll be really close to my target weight. Completely, they draw my blood, and it's always like, oh, your blood levels are great. Like, with, like, my triglyceride, like, everything is, like, great. And that comes with the nutritional things I've been doing with my nutrition. And all that's going to be available. So my thing is this something you guys are interested in? Because if it is, because I don't know, I get so nervous about stuff like this. Like, because I do different, you know, ventures and things like that, but this is an issue for me that I'm very passionate about, women's health and women's wellness. And, you know, so far I've just been keeping in isolation. Besides the video with periods, I've been keeping in isolation with just myself and a few friends. So if this is something that women would like, look, hey, make this available for me as like an ebook guide for real cheap, like $3 to $5. And this is something that you guys would want to grab just to have like on your bookshelf, or just grab when you're going to the store. Because a lot of stuff that I mentioned are like simple things you can buy or you can incorporate into your daily lives. It's very simple. It's very easy to make it a routine and habit to build up your nutrition, to build up your immunity so that you don't. Because my thing is, look, immunity, people don't, a lot of times people don't even think about immunity until they're sick. So they have a cold, until they're, you know, been diagnosed with something crazy. Don't wait. Look, if you're watching this video because you have a heavy period, or maybe because you've had issues with your weight, or you've had issues with your hormones, don't wait until someone tells you, okay, now you have this other serious thing that we're going to want to try to put you in the hospital for. Start working on your immunity today. Like, start building up your immunity today. Start reversing these issues today. You know, people don't even realize it because they're like, oh, I just have a pimple. That's not a big deal. You know, having acne, if you're a grown woman, if you're over the age of 25, like I'm over the age of 25, I started getting acne. That was because I was having issues with my hormone levels. No, it's not okay. That's a sign your body's trying to tell you, like, no, like, you're in danger. You got to do something, sis. You got to do something about this. You know, if you're having inflammation, you know, if you're bringing on rashes and you're not really sure why, that's your body telling you, like, look, there's something going on here. Don't wait until until you have to go to the hospital and they're telling you, like, look, you know, we found this lump here, we found that there. Like, you know, don't wait. Like, you're watching the video right now. That means that, you know, you're showing signs that there's, like, things are not exactly the way they should be. You can improve in your health. You can improve in your wellness. So do not wait to try to address these things till you're really sick, especially if you're young. Like, I'm 27 years old. I shouldn't be having any issues. Like, I should be like the flyest thing out there. But unfortunately, some decisions I've made, you know, with my weight, like, just not getting a handle on it sooner. Like, I'm glad I did now. Like, I'm glad I've come to a point where I can do it now. I'm making the change now. But it's like, don't wait until you get to that point. I could have done this years ago. Why, you know, don't wait. Like, you know, that's what I'm trying to tell you, women. Like, so if you guys are interested in this guide, because remember, I'm not calling it a book because, Lord help us, there's so many books out there that don't even tell it. Like, just you give me these opinions that aren't even going to help me. this is going to be straight cut. This is what it does. Do this, take that, use this, and then you can do more research if you have more questions about it, like for that reasons, like for different things, and you can do more research. So a guide, if you're interested in this guide that I want to compile, please let me know, because then I'll make it available to you guys in no time. And the major focuses I said before are going to just be on immunity, diet and nutrition, and then like some life hacks, like with the iron pills if you're iron deficient. I have a whole list of stuff, not just with the iron pills, but a whole list of stuff that I take for different things, like inflammation. There's easy things you can do, bloating, easy things you can take for that. Acne, I got something for everything. But it's like, if you're interested in that type of stuff, and again, it doesn't work for everyone. Like I said, sometimes you do need to go to a doctor, and these are just suggestions, and always do your own research, and always, present things to a doctor before you try anything, because I don't know, like, my body is different from your body. I'm a black African woman who's slightly overweight. What's going on and I'm 27 years old. What's going on in my body is very different what's going in your body. But the same thing, we're both women, and we can share our stories with each other and can help support each other. And that's really what I would like to do. I'd like to support women. And just with what I know, I don't think it's right that even though there are so many different, treatment plans out there, doctors are not like weaving together the threads to offer patients all the available treatments. It's really silly to me. So so many people suffer with iron deficiency, but yet you go to the doctor, they don't even prescribe iron pills, supplements as a form of treatment, when that can help, 70% of women? I don't know, it's real silly. There's so many things out there, and now the new thing is a lot of doctors are now saying a lot of women have polycystic ovarian syndrome. Now, if you're having issues with your periods, they're saying every woman has that without even running any tests. And if you do further research, you realize, well, what's the cause of polycystic ovarian syndrome? Oh, metabolic syndrome. And what's the cause of that? Issues with insulin. Like, you start realizing insulin is like the biggest issue. Like, that's one of the common threads going around, and no one's really talking about it, because everyone's just saying that you're overweight. No one's saying like the cause why, what you could do to address it, eat less, diet, exercise, but there's more to it. It's so much more to it than that. And I'm just glad that I'm finally catching on to this stuff, and I'm glad that I'm finally, getting the right information for me that's helping to change my life. And so I just feel like it would be crazy for me not to be able to like share that. But at the same time, I'm not going to do something like that if it's not wanted or warranted, or people aren't really interested in, because I know my time is so, I teach, I work with children. Like, my time is very, like, taken from me often. So if that's something you're interested in, just let me know, and I'll make it available to you guys. Is it like a cheap little ebook, e-guide, whatever, that you guys can purchase and just keep it in on your iPads or your tablets, and you can just be like, while you're shopping, okay, I need this, or I might want to try that, or, I want to help boost my immunity, so I'm going to incorporate this thing here that she's talking about. So just let me know if you're interested, and I'm sorry if I made this video super long, and feel free to comment. I love the discussions, because I feel like there's so many women that share their stories, and it helps me, it enlightens me, it teaches me, and also makes me, push me to look into different things and to see things differently. So thank you, and continue to subscribe and like, and that's all. Thank you, guys.